We're going to utilize just the band today for some full body strengthening and stretching. If your band is very light, like mine is, you always have the opportunity to fold it in half to find your desired tension. The hands always change position to change tension as well. We'll start with the hands just about shoulder width, your elbows rested into your sides while your shoulders roll down and back. And we're going to start with palms up and a single arm externally rotating out, right back in, and then over to the other side. We'll just be doing a couple of these rotator cuff warm-ups. For most of us, we need to get those shoulder blades firing first thing in the morning. This is a great way to start the day. We're going to give this one more to each. And then we're going to do just a couple utilizing both. That tension can change as you need it to, as long as you feel some engagement through your shoulder blade up against your spine, into your arm, you are in a good spot. We're going to give this one just two more. And then we're going to add on just a bit. So we're going to take it to a palms facing each other position. However the hands are most comfortable. We're going to find just a hint of tension, that slight pulling apart, reaching your arms away and pulling your elbows down and back past your ribs. Really think about those shoulder blades gliding apart, wide to the side, shrugging together, pulling into the spine. We'll give this one two more here. Just warming up that range as well. And then we're going to let the arms pause out in front, take a bend to the elbow and straighten them right back out. Again, desired tension here. It can be as heavy or as light as you need. We're here for final two. And our final range today, we're going to lower full range. We're going to lift as high as is comfortable. And we'll do just a few of these. Final two. Now that shoulder blade glides up and pulls down the back. Final one. And let's rest the arms. Give them a moment to reset, wiggle out. If your band is folded, unfold it for the moment. Take your hands to the tail ends. I prefer to be seated for these. We're going to take a single foot into the band. I like to rest right around that toe and ball of the foot. Your other leg just gets to ground down where it's comfortable. Focused on that heel, staying nice and grounded to the floor. Find a point and a flex to your foot. Just allowing that range of motion in the ankle to activate and stretch out between the calf and the front of the shin. As we flex, our calf stretches, our shin engages. As we point, our calf flexes and our shin gets to stretch out just a little bit. Now we're here for one more. And we'll pause again in the flex, just adding in some side-to-side rotation work. This movement comes from the hip joint, so that leg bone rotates, not just your foot. Now we're going to turn it into a big circle, creating as much range of motion at that ankle joint as feels good. Again, that leg bone can kind of come along for the ride here. Mine definitely rotates still in the socket, just not as big as it was a moment ago. Shh. Can you be quiet? Now we're going to reverse that circling. And our final range today, with whatever grip and tension feels good to your band, we're going to lift that leg to about hip height for a hamstring stretch. And we're going to lower it right back down. We'll do just a few of these. Here's our final one. And then we're going to transition over to our second side. Taking our other foot into the band. We're going to start again with that point and flex, letting our heel just ground down. Calf and shin get to activate and stretch out. Now we'll take this into our rotations of side to side, this movement coming again from that hip joint, finding the connection of the femur. And then transitioning this into our circle. As full range as you can find. Really allowing that tension to resist you ever so slightly. And then reverse. It should create a little bit more of that muscle connection, like you are moving through a thicker material than air. Something more similar to honey. Now with whatever grip feels best on your band, we're going to lift and lower that leg, finding that hamstring stretch and tapping right back down. We'll do just a couple of these. And then we are going to rest. Now with our band, while seated, we're going to just tie our band around the thighs, just above the knee. I like to start with the knees and feet all the way together so I can get the most amount of tension that I'm, desiring here. Whatever you look for on tension. Again, range of motion will be just what feels good today. Sit nice and tall, really ground down through sits bones. And here we're going to start with a single side. So I like to bring hands to thighs. We're going to step the feet about shoulder width or so apart. Now with just that hint of tension that you have so far, see if you can take this into a single leg, externally rotating and internally rotating. We're going to stay on this single side. The goal is to keep the other stable and still. It's holding your tension. We're here for a final 2 on this side. And then we're going to let that foot plant again just through parallel. Transition the hand to that side, taking this other leg out and in. Try to aim for that full range of motion. You'll notice if they're a little different side to side. Often one is tighter, especially through that internal rotation. We're here for a final 1. We're going to plant both feet again just into their parallel. Now this one I think of as a rainbow, so it's a sweeping arc. We're going to let one foot step into that other side and then sweep it up and out as far as it feels comfortable. We'll keep this one going for just a couple. And if you have carpet like me, you actually get to see a little rainbow. We're here for 1 more. And we're going to plant the foot just rested in front of the hip, taking the other in and out into that arcing rainbow. We're going to go for a final 1. And then we're going to let both feet plant one more time. We're going to utilize them together. Both heels are going to stay grounded as we pivot knees and toes out and come right back in. Maybe they tap and open again. If you need more tension, they step out farther and you continue with your range of motion. Now, keeping an eye on them can really be quite telling as well. If one side is a stronger internal or external rotator, you'll be able to see it, not just feel it. We're here for a final 1. Now we'll walk the feet back together. Untie your band, however is clever. I always keep a little loop so it should just come right apart. And we're going to take this into a little bit of a lying down release, starting with your hips and your feet on that same level. Rest all the way down. See what's comfortable here. Now with head grounded, hands to hips, just do a little bit of a tuck to the tail to rock in and out of a low back stretch. These are a great thing to do first thing in the morning. You don't even have to get out of bed to do them. Just finding that tuck and release of the tail. Now we're gonna add in, so we'll let the hips ground nice and heavy, relaxing through the low back, relaxing through the core. See if you can just take your knees in one direction to stretch out, a little through the hip, a little through the side, and then up and over to the other. We're gonna give them 1 more to each, just to warm them up a little bit here before we add in another stretch. Now we'll let him pause to the sky. We'll cross one all the way over the other. And we're just gonna let that side rock into gravity. I like to actually be on the edge for this. So scooting to the edge so you can really let that foot drop over the side without finding anything in your way. And that way you can really get the most out of the stretch, only taking it into the degree of release that feels good. If you need a handhold, you can always grab onto something so that those shoulders stay nice and planted. Now slow and steady, we're gonna start to unwind the rotation here. Uncross, maybe scoot over to your other side. Take that other leg on top and find your rotation here. Just resting the single side into gravity. Letting that side stretch out and release wherever you might feel tension. And I would say go for 2 to 3 breaths. Try to really find a full deep inhale. Relax fully on that exhale. We'll bring them right back up through center. And we're gonna end with a little standing stretch. Another great way to start the day. We're gonna take just a single foot forward. Now personally, I like to do this against a countertop or a bar, whatever feels good to keep a little weight through the upper body so it's not as much of a balance challenge. We're gonna take one leg and just start to shift forward onto that front leg, letting your back heel really rest to the floor. I like to imagine it's nailed down. I couldn't lift it even if I tried. And then shifting right back out of that. We'll go for just a couple on each side, only taking it as deep as feels good. One more here. Now with the weight nice and even to both feet, same side arm as back leg reaches to the sky, slight tuck of the tail. Think about that core engagement, belly button pulls in, other arm drops really nice and low. You could even add a counterweight to this and hold on to a little hand weight as you side bend up and over. Opening up through the side into that hip flexor and then unwinding. We're gonna switch out the feet. We'll take the other one back, grounding through the heel back there. We're gonna start with those couple bits of shifting, just forward and back. Letting that front leg and maybe your arms control your range and hold your weight. Just that degree of balance that feels good. Now we'll take the weight even to both feet. We'll sweep that same side arm as back leg. We'll take that other arm low, like it's getting pulled to the floor, through in that little bit of a tuck of the tail. Stretching out through that hip, into that side body. Take a breath. And then let that side reset, stepping forward. We're just gonna do a gentle release on shoulders. Taking your arms up to the sky. Cactus them right down into that nice big chest opener. And add in a rotation, side to side. Maybe one more. And then let both arms just rest into gravity and roll out your shoulders. All done for today.